Over 15 years ago, Mojang added the first generated structures to Minecraft, and in the years since, they've added a bunch of different structures, ranging from small buildings to huge fortresses. But while Mojang kept adding newer and better structures, for some reason they seem afraid to change any of the old ones, leaving boring, old, and dated-looking structures around every Minecraft world. So I'm gonna go through and fix what are, in my opinion, the 3 most boring and underwhelming structures in Minecraft, and maybe somehow I'll inspire Mojang to update them. So let's get right into it. Alright, first structure we got here is the desert well, of course, an absolute classic. The structure, one of the oldest in Minecraft. It was added in 2012, 1.2.1. And yeah, it kind of shows. So I think what I'm gonna do is just completely like delete it and then make a new well, because like, yeah, this doesn't even really look like much of a well. I don't know. It's definitely a build, but I think I'm gonna level it. I don't know. It'll still be with us in spirit. All right, I think I want to go for something like more like kind of grand and like circular. I'm gonna try to make each of these structures like a bit more unique, and then also use some like more modern Minecraft mechanics in them. Basically, is kind of my idea. So we'll see what we can do with this one. But yeah, first I want to get a new well structure built, I think. All right, something like that. Obviously, I'm gonna use like stairs and other sandstone blocks in there at some point. I'm just trying to get the shape out. I'm not really great at building wells. Like, I feel like it's always something I've not been good at, but we'll see. Trust the vision, trust the vision. I believe. All right, let's see what that looks like when I put water on it. No, not at all what I was going for, actually. Let's see how this flows. That's not bad. I don't dislike that. I think I wish it would flow in here, maybe. It might look better. All right, I think I like that. I think I gotta make the base bigger though. But I think that's like a good like starting point for it. Obviously, I'm gonna texture this with actual blocks and like finalize some weird stuff going on in here. But I do like that. Yeah, let's make this like 1 ring bigger, I think. Yeah, let's mix in some other types of sandstone in here. I think it would look better, mostly smooth, I think. But we'll, you know, get a bit of everything in there. It's not bad. I kind of wish I could do something here. Like, I wish I could connect that, but I can't because... Oh, wait, actually I can. Wait a minute. Genius. 5 million IQ play here, right? So if I put a slab there, right, the water won't go down it because, like, that's a full block. So it sees this is the fastest way down, right? But if instead what we do is, like, on these slabs, like, waterlog them, and then we put it down, then there's already water there. So it sees that, and yeah, okay, that is perfect. I kind of want to put a lantern on top of this. I don't know if it really fit the desert theme, but all right, I think that's the fountain, I guess, except for this outer part, which I kind of want to make a bit more like decorative. We gotta keep in mind that we are in a desert though, so I can't really use much other than sand because I want it to fit into the biome. Like, I don't just want to use like grass and like flowers and stuff everywhere. So I think that's kind of it for the well. Maybe some like color. I don't know how to bring color to this though. I do want to put cactus and stuff around at some point, but we'll leave the well for now. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a path. We'll go for like, I don't know what. Like, this is kind of the path I would use in like a normal setting, and some of the blocks look good. Pods looks a bit too like tropical, you know, not tropical, I guess like humid kind of climate. I'm gonna see what villages use actually for paths real quick. Okay, so they just use sandstone. Maybe I could use some terracotta in there. I kind of want something a bit like, I don't know. I want to splash color in there somehow. I don't know, I'll figure it out. We could use mud. Let me see how this looks. Oh my god, what? No. Shout out World Edit, man. It's gonna really have my back here. All right, I think that's kind of like the path and everything in. There's been a few new like desert blocks added since like obviously the well came out, you know, all the sandstone variants and that kind of stuff. But recently these new like plant blocks, I've never even used the dry grass ever. This is my first time updating past this version. So I want to figure out where to put these because I think it would add some nice color. So maybe we could like some kind of flower pot sort of thing. I don't know if acacia, that kind of fits. I don't know, let me think about where to use these, because I think these could add like a nice bit of color while still sticking to like the desert theme. But I don't know if it would make sense actually on the well itself. I gotta think about this. Maybe I just put them on like the edges. I like that, I think. Why not? A bit of color. I actually really like this, all right? I think this is like a very solid kind of improvement. Obviously, there's more than just the well here, but I think now it's time for me to get the rest of the stuff I had in mind, which was like basically shops and sort of like a trading sort of area. I think this would be a cool spot to find camels, because I think right now camels are only in villages, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I could just be wrong. I don't know. I have basically not played with any features past 1.18. Really, I barely use them, but yeah, I don't know. Let me think about how to do these shops real quick. Like, come on, hear me out. Like, the camel cart. Thoughts? But it's gonna fire. I don't know what this guy would be selling, but it's the camel cart. All right, I just gotta put a bunch of like random stuff around here. Maybe some stalls with like wool, like on the roof, that kind of thing. Kind of like similar to what villages have already, I think. I'm gonna use probably spruce. I don't know. Maybe some oak in there too. Should I quick calm like sort of tent in there? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of like throwing stuff everywhere that I think looks good and fits like kind of the theme I'm going for. Maybe just a stall or two more, and then I'm gonna call it, I think. I actually like this a lot. I think I'm gonna put one more like camel cart here. Maybe make it a bit bigger, more of a fancier one. He's like a richer camel cart person, you know? I have no idea what I'm even saying anymore, I'm gonna be honest. RP, I really like how this is coming out. Real quick, I think just to finish it up, I'm gonna put a couple of villagers around. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up here on this one. I really like how this one came out, honestly. I ended up doing way more with it than I thought. I know this isn't exactly like a well, it's kind of more like a fountain, but you know, the water comes from the ground or something, you know, you could work something out there with the logic. But yeah, let's move on to the next structure, which I believe is the igloo, and I honestly don't know what I'm really gonna do for that one, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, real quick, this camel is dedicated to Thaz. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's just $3 on the Patreon. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so we got the igloo right here. Actually, I want to check, does it have a basement? Okay, it doesn't. Maybe I'll build a basement in it. We'll see if I remember. Hopefully I do, because it's kind of important. Yeah, with the igloo, I feel like there's no option other than just completely restart. The Minecraft igloo is very terrible, okay, let's be real. It's pretty rare, so it's still like cool to find one, but like functionally and kind of build wise, not really much here. It was added in 1.9, so almost 10 years ago, 2015. Towards the end of 2015, October, I believe. All right, so we got a completely flat sort of plane here to work with. You know, the Minecraft igloo is pretty small. It's just not a great structure. So I think first thing I'm gonna do is try to work out a better shape for it. Obviously, I'm gonna up the scale, like not like too much, but you know, a decent amount. And we'll try to get a new shape in, I think. That's kind of big. I didn't really mean to make it that big. I didn't really mean to make it this scale, but it might be the scale working over there. Oh God. We'll see what happens here, right? I might scale it down a bit. I think I like the way the shape is coming out. I don't really know, to be honest. Like I think it'll look fine. I think I'm gonna make the scale kind of too big. We'll see. I don't know. It just kind of looks, maybe not. Maybe not. It's not my proudest work, but I think it'll kind of come out fine once I polish it a bit. No, man, no, that looks terrible. Okay, that looks awful. That's a bit better. It looks kind of too like a staircase. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's salvageable. Maybe, maybe not. All right, I think this is salvageable. All right, I'm gonna stop being dramatic. I think I want like a chimney on it or whatever. I'll figure it out. All right, I'm gonna stop complaining and yapping and just kind of use my brain here. All right, I know it's like stupid, but like we're Minecraftifying this. I'm putting a door in here. Why not? There we go. How it was always intended to be. Does Minecraft one have a door on it? All right, I don't think it does. All right, I want windows in here. I think. I know it's gonna look kind of dumb. Actually, the back is gonna have a fireplace on, I think. Maybe not like in the wall, but you know, kind of like the blue. I don't know. Like it just feels cold, you know. All right, well that's probably all for this build, you know. No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna keep staring at this and not doing anything. Now it's gonna path in. Obviously, they just haven't added much to like snow biomes for me to like upgrade with this build. You know what I mean? So it's basically all about just completely redoing it. Like the desert, we had all the new plants and everything, but there just isn't really much that they added to like snow biomes. I guess berries, but that's like taiga, not like here. All right, we're getting somewhere now. Maybe I should make the path go this way. Oh my God. And all right, the path is done. Chimney, I guess. I think I want to do stone brick. I don't know. I know it doesn't make much sense, but I think it will look fine. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, hear me out. All right, maybe I'll try to make it out of snow. All right, we'll see what it looks like out of snow. Or maybe we do like snow-ish blocks. You know what I mean? I think I like that. I mean, it's not like amazing. I don't know. Next up, I want to do something with like these windows. I don't know about just like flower pots. I don't know. They added like the berries, you know. So I'm kind of just yapping. I don't really know. Like this build is like kind of. I don't have a lot of ideas for this one. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think this will look terrible. Something like that. I don't know. I like that. I think. All right, I need to get like some kind of like blocks around to kind of mix up this. It's all snow. I don't know if I could somehow add like wooden details to this. It would just all be spruce probably. But I don't know what kind of details I could add to an igloo, to be honest. I have no idea. Huge. Could put like a campfire out here maybe. Okay, with some like logs, I guess. I don't know, like firewood pile or something. Something like that. I don't know. How do I fix this? I don't know. It's just so like it's just snow, you know what I mean? It's all snow. I don't know if I'm supposed to really fix it. Let me think on this for a second. I don't know. I could put some ice in it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is that decent or is that the worst thing you've ever seen in your entire life and you wish it was like just the other way? You know what I mean? Maybe we'll put like smaller I like the base of it a bit more, you know? Okay, I think I'm gonna call on the outside at least for now. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna get a quick interior, maybe a basement with the stuff that I'm supposed to get in there. I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Figure it out. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying I don't know. Okay. All right, you know what? Like, I don't think I can hate this. Like, I feel like it's fire. Final detail, I guess, would be a basement, which... That's too much work, man. It's too much work. I actually think the vanilla one is literally perfect. So, what we'll do here is just cover that up. And the vanilla one, like, is pasted down there. But with that, I think I'm gonna wrap up the igloo build. It's not perfect, okay? The outside, it's a bit boring. It's kind of bland. But I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with an igloo. So, you know, we take what we can get. But with that, we're gonna move on to the third and final build of the video, which is supposed to be the hardest one. But honestly, at this point, I think it's gonna be the easiest. And that's gonna be the witch hut. And yeah, real quick, this house is dedicated to my patron, Haylal. I appreciate your support. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's just $3 on the Patreon. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. And of course, for the final structure of the video, we got the witch hut here. I decided to do something a bit different for this. I'm gonna be building a mangrove variant, basically. I feel like it's a very weird missed opportunity that there is basically no variant for this in a mangrove swamp. I don't even know if this generates normally in here. I pasted this one. But yeah, I'm gonna basically try to make a witch hut. Wow, I hit my mouse. Like a witch hut that's kind of like mangrove themed. So I'm just gonna destroy this, obviously, because it sucks and it looks terrible. I don't have anything too specific planned for this, other than the fact that, yeah, I want to use a lot of like the red. I think my main color palette is probably gonna be like spruce, and then like the red from the mangrove. I don't really like the mangrove log, so I'm not gonna like make myself use it, but the red looks really good, so I think I'm gonna use that. Oak's fine too, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna use wool here because I think the shape I want to get in is kind of like complicated. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do it, but I'll figure it out. I want it to feel kind of like it would be a witch house, you know what I mean? Like kind of like whimsical and like weird, you know? Like I don't want it to be like normal. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of a normal like base, sort of like middle, and like off the side, we're gonna get like another platform with like a house coming out here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think you get the vision, bro. I don't know, man. Probably not, actually. But I want like a main section, and then I want something coming out the side, and I think I want like a tower on the left, I think is what I want. For now, I'm just gonna get the frame in for this bottom part, and we'll kind of see how it works itself out. I don't just want to like up the scale of every build in this video, even though that's kind of what I've been doing, but I don't know. It's whatever. All right, something like that. And then I think from here up, we'll use stripped spruce for the frame, maybe. Maybe a mix. These two kind of blend together pretty well. All right, I think you're starting to see the vision here, you know? Like maybe. I don't know if I want the walls to be mangrove though. I feel like I might want that to be like more of a roof thing. Maybe. I'm trying to like close my eyes right now and just imagine what the house should look like, and nothing's really coming to me right now, so that doesn't really help. Okay, I'm liking that, I think. Just need like a bit more support on the bottom, so this kind of helps a bit, I think. I like just building stuff with literally no plan. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I think it'll come out fine. All right, I like that. That's like the frame of like basically the bottom section of this. There's gonna be a lot more. There's gonna be one on the left and one on the right, I think is kind of the idea. But we'll see. But maybe I should figure out the block situation now. Let's see what oak looks like. Maybe. The mangrove roof, let's see. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think with some details, windows, plants, vines, leaves, and all that stuff, I think this will look actually pretty good. So I think that's the block pattern we go for, at least for now. I could always change it. You know, it's not like I'm locked into this. So we just fill this in, then we'll get started on like the frames for the other parts of the house here, which, you know, I think will really make it tie together, but we'll see. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, you know, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Of course, you know, shout out to anyone who joins the Patreon too, you know, got a Discord also, all that, the usuals. The link's below, you know, all the classic stuff. And let me know if you enjoy this kind of video. Like, I don't know, because there's more Minecraft structures I could transform, I guess. But these kind of were the three that I felt needed it. So that's why these are here. All right, we're getting there. This is literally one of the worst biomes in Minecraft. Okay, let's be real. All right, like, what were they doing? Look at this. You can't build here. You know what I mean? Roof stuff. Or just other parts of the house, I guess. I want them to be like a bit offset. Like, I don't think I want it to like be right here. I think I want it to be like in a block, you know, just for some extra depth. Like, you know, something like that. I think you're starting to probably see what I'm going for here. I don't know if I want it to be like the same width though. We'll see. Okay, all right. I think you see kind of what I'm going for here. I mean, obviously, it's not like it's like that crazy of a concept, I know, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what comes out. I think it'll come out pretty good. All right, let's get another roof in here now. It doesn't have to be the same exact roof, but it might be the same exact roof, I don't know. Okay, come on. You're seeing the vision, you know? I think you're seeing the vision. Okay, it lined up a bit better than I thought it would. This house just feels like a thumbnail house, you know what I mean? Like, this is going on a thumbnail. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Subscribe. All right, look, okay, the interior, like, I know I did them earlier in the video, right? And I think I'm gonna do it for this house, but probably just for the bottom floor because I don't know how I'm gonna really get up here, all right? Like, I mean, I'll try, like, maybe, like, chest rooms up here or something, but just, like, the roof is kind of a bit inaccessible. All right, we're getting there. I like that a lot. But the one on the left is gonna be the weird one, and then because I want it to be taller, and I think I want it to kind of come to a point at the top, like a Cohen shape instead of the normal like triangle sort of roof I do. So it's gonna be a bit more complicated and a bit more weird, but I think it'll be pretty cool. All right, I don't know exactly where I want it. I know I want to start deeper than this one, so maybe 2 back, maybe do 3. I think that height feels good to kind of start the roof. I don't know, I kind of want to get the roof done early on this one because I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So a lot of the build kind of depends on what I do with the roof for this one. So I'll get the bottom details after, I think. It's been a minute since I did a roof like this, but I think I still got it. No, I do not still have it. That's not bad. I made some trapdoors and stairs and stuff for shape. I don't think there's any walls that would really match this. Obviously, we could use the fence, but, you know, I mean, this is just not the right color. So, yeah, we're not going to be using that. I like that. I like the, like, silhouette of this house, I think. At least I will once I, like, finish it, you know? But yeah, I think just a little bit of texturing on here will go a long way. Yeah, I like that. Looks pretty good. I guess walls and supports and everything. Then we got to get windows in. Windows, doors, way up. And then a lot of like smaller but very important details, stuff like vines, leaves, lanterns, that kind of stuff that'll really make a huge difference in this build. But then I think it'll kind of all come together pretty nicely. But we'll see. All right, that looks good. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's mix some of this into the rest of the roof, and then we'll start on like more like wall details, I guess. And then, yeah, I'll do a simple interior. I don't know about doing it for, like, these weird connected parts, but at least for the main part. No, we should almost be done, I think. I think we'll put a door here and a window there. Kind of, like, very usual. Kind of classic at this point. I don't know. I do the same thing on every video, right? Get the glass in as well, obviously. Then I gotta think of, like, kind of a porch design that kind of fits with the swamp, I think. Maybe I use mangrove on it, but I feel like spruce might fit. I think mangrove will look good as just kind of the roof accent. I don't think I should use it anywhere else, because then it kind of will be a lot, I think. Just slab, I guess. I mean, something like that, honestly, might just almost be enough. Like a ladder dangling off the side. There we go. A little debug stick. Usually I try not to use debug stick too much, but that's fine. All right, windows. Okay, that's not bad. Do a tall one in here. All right, I like that. Let's get some like flower pots in, I guess. Yeah, I think mangrove will look good on these. I know you can kind of see through it. Oh, maybe we could use mud instead. That kind of fits the biome. You could plant stuff in mud, right? I'm assuming. It's like a dirt type block. Nice. Yeah, let's use mud instead. All right, let's get some leaves and vines, and then we'll do an interior. And I think this is about done, really. Mangrove leaves are like so ugly. I really don't want to use them. Okay, I like that. I like that. Lanterns, flower pots, and then interior. I keep forgetting like stuff, you know, but it's all good. I feel like it's like, at first I thought maybe I should just use like swamp plants here. I forgot about the new bush, by the way, and like the leaf stuff. I haven't played any new version of Minecraft. Anyway, I was thinking about just using like swamp plants, but I'm thinking like the witch probably makes sense to have like sort of like exotic plants, like stuff like the torch flower, because you know, you use it for like the suspicious stew and stuff. So I think it fits. Even though, yeah, I know it's supposed to be on the sniffer. Okay, all right, I know. Not like this build is really like gameplay designed anyway, but I think it is a cool build. But yeah, it's basically the outside done. Really quick interior. I think I'm just gonna do this part. We're gonna pretend this whole upstairs. What upstairs? What are you guys talking about? I don't even know what you're saying. Upstairs, that's crazy. We got a cauldron, water, Brewing stand. Let us die, water, please. Please. It's not fair. Why does Bedrock get that, but we don't? All right, I think that's it. I guess we'll put a witch in here. Why not? I don't know. This house is dedicated to my patron, Natural High. I appreciate your support. But yeah, with that, this build is done, and you know, whole video is done. Crazy. I think I went 3 for 3. I liked all 3. The Igloo, maybe not my like best work ever, but the desert well and the witch hut, bangers. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Support on the channel recently has been absolutely insane. You know, as always, you guys are the goats. Join the Patreon, join the Discord, and yeah, see ya. And of course, thank you to my patrons Aelic, Amirali, ThaMango, Luke007, Tommi, and Natural High. I appreciate your support. And also shout out to Aelic, Amirali, Soiju, Valushra, and DylanOlives for becoming 1-year patrons. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Thanks for watching.